Hello, this is Savage from Team Crossroads, and in this tutorial we're going to learn how to set up the instant replay function to capture all of the exciting action that you're going to get on track while streaming for AM and replay it back for your audience. Now, in the previous tutorial, I showed you guys how to set up this Alliant Motorsports graphics package and all of these scenes that come with it. Today we're going to really specifically look at the replay scene. So first things first, let's go to Settings. Let's navigate to Stream. In Stream, make sure you're signed into your Twitch, not the AM Twitch, your own Twitch, and that'll be fine. And then go into Output, go to Simple. In Recording, make sure that your recording quality is set same as Stream. MKV is the format, and then in replay buffer, check this box, set it to 12 seconds. 12 seconds is a good amount of time to show everything that happens in a particular, exciting incident on track without too much fluff before and after. These seconds of video will be stored in your RAM perpetually as you stream. So make sure you have more than 8 gigs of RAM, like 8 gigs or more in your machine, and you should be fine. Now let's go back up and hit Advanced. We're gonna have to repeat these settings here because Streamlabs will not carry them over for us. So in the recording section, make sure the audio track is set to 2, recording format, MKV, recording stream recorder, just so we did before, and then in replay buffer again, check this box, 12 seconds. And then go back up to General, scroll down to Output, check the box that says automatically start replay buffer when streaming. Done. Now, let's navigate to our replay scene. And the replay scene, your audio sources might be different from mine, but what you probably won't see is the actual instant replay source in between these two. And that's because Streamlabs doesn't automatically log you into your Twitch when you initially install this graphics package. So that feature, which can be added using the plus and then going down to the widgets, instant replay, this thing won't show up unless you're logged in. So initially when you're installing this package, it probably won't automatically install it. But that's okay because we're adding it right now. So follow that workflow, go up to the plus, scroll down in widgets, instant replay, add source. I'm going to change its name so it stays organized. I'm going to say G2 because it's scene G source 2. And then when this box comes up, make sure you hit loop. That's important. Done. Drag it down between the replay frame and the replay background sound. That's important because the replay frame is this thing. You don't want to cover that up with your replay. And this is where we're going to set up the sound for it. So basically, if you are using a standard setup, what you would consider the default for Streamlabs, instead of Discord audio and microphone, these two are going to say default audio device and default mic capture, I believe, or something along those lines. Now, what that means is your default audio device is going to be capturing your Discord and your game both. That means you can't separate the voice of your co-commentator from the game. And that means that if you save a replay with the game, you're going to hear your co-commentator. If there was an accident on track and they go, oh my God, you're going to hear that on the replay. Now, that might be a little bit annoying if you're also trying to narrate over that while you're showing the audience the replay, which means we're going to want to mute that sound. So go over here and hit mute on the instant replay. Then for replay background sound, hit unmute. And what this is, I'm going to show you. Hear that? That's the sound of cars driving around. And the reason that's there is that if you mute your replay, it'll be silence in the background while you're talking, which is a little weird. So I just put some cars driving in the background for it. Now, if you are separating your audio sources, so I have Discord audio separated from my microphone, separated from my game, I can actually mute this and enable this. I will show you how to do that in a different video. So for now, just mute your replay and unmute your background sound. And then when you go back to live game capture, go to this gear icon here. And in these tracks, I'm not going to go into this in detail now, but make sure your either your game audio, in my case, because I'm capturing with a capture card, or in your case, the default sound, the default audio capture has 1 and 2 checked, and then your microphone does not have 2 checked. So it can be 1 and 3 or 1 and 4. It's important for all your sources to have 1 checked, which they probably will, but make sure that your microphone is going to 1 and 3 or 1 and 4. Depending, it doesn't really matter which, as long as your microphone's the only thing going to 4. And then make sure your game audio is going to 1 and 2. And that's all you need to check there. Now, the one last thing left to do is set up our hotkeys. So go back to the gear icon, go to hotkeys. In the topmost section, you're going to find save replay, set a hotkey to that. I have control J. Then scroll down, go to replay, all the way down to the bottom of that, the switch to scene, set another hotkey to it. I have control H. Doesn't really matter what it is as long as it doesn't conflict with anything else. Hit done. Now, in order to actually have our replay buffer working, we need to go live. So I'm going to hit go live, and we're going to let this thing do its stuff. And there we go. Now it's done. And I'm going to pull up some source footage. This is not a live race. This is just a recording. But here we are. And we're going to wait till something exciting happens. They're going around the corner, and oh my goodness, that Alfa Romeo almost died. So we're going to hit Control J. That saves our replay, and then we're going to hit Control H to actually show it. So we're going to go to that. That takes us to that scene. You can see it is being replayed, and then once we, are done sort of showing our audience that, like, oh, look at that, you see that guy. And then we're going to hit live, back to the live game capture again, and here we are back in our live race. And that's all there really is to it. So pretty simple. It gets more complicated once you get into the audio stuff, but we'll do that in another video. For now, though, if you have any other questions about this, don't hesitate to contact the creative director. They will answer all of your questions about that. Thank you for watching, and best of luck on your streams, and don't forget to have fun.